Hi, my name is Ethan Durand, and my topic for the second video tutorial is on the product life cycle theory. The product life cycle theory states that as products mature, both the location of sales and the optimal production location will change, affecting the flow and direction of trade. Raymond Vernon initially proposed the product life cycle theory in the mid-1960s. Vernon's theory was based on the observation that for most of the 20th century, a very large proportion of the world's new products had been developed by U.S. firms and sold first in the U.S. markets. To explain this, Vernon argued that the wealth and size of the U.S. market gave U.S. firms a strong incentive to develop new consumer products. In addition, the high cost of U.S. labor gave U.S. firms an incentive to develop cost-saving process innovations. So, according to the product life cycle theory, the size and wealth of the U.S. market gave U.S. firms a strong incentive to develop new products. Initially, the product would be produced and sold in the U.S., and as demand grew in other developed countries, U.S. firms would begin to export. The demand for the product would grow in other advanced countries over time, making it worthwhile for foreign producers to begin producing for their home markets. Over time, demand for the new product starts to grow in other advanced countries. As it does, it becomes worthwhile for foreign producers to begin producing for their home markets. In addition, U.S. firms might set up production facilities in those advanced countries where demand is growing. Consequently, production within other advanced countries begins to limit the potential for exports from the United States. As the market in the United States and other advanced nations matures, the product becomes more standardized, and price becomes the main competitive weapon. As this occurs, cost considerations start to play a greater role in the competitive process. Producers based in advanced countries where labor costs are lower than in the United States might now be able to export to the U.S. If cost pressures become intense, the process might not stop there. The cycle by which the United States lost its advantage to other advanced countries might be repeated once more, as developing countries begin to acquire a production advantage over advanced countries. Thus, the locus of global production initially switches from the United States to other advanced nations, and then from those nations to developing countries. The product life cycle theory accurately explains what has happened for products like photocopiers and a number of other high-technology products developed in the United States in the 1960s and 1970s. Mature industries leave the U.S. for low-cost assembly locations, but the globalization and integration of the world's economy has made this theory less valid today. The theory is ethnocentric, and as production today is dispersed globally, products today are introduced in multiple markets simultaneously. The consequence of these trends for the pattern of world trade is that over time, the United States switches from being an exporter of the product to an importer of the product. The figure shows the growth of production and consumption over time in the United States, other advanced countries, and developing countries.